Well, hello and welcome to a new video. Today it's a very special day. It's a Saturday, which is not that special, but today I get to photograph newborn twins. They're twin girls, they're identical twins, so they should be here in about 20 minutes. And then we have their newborn session, so I'm super excited. They like sand colors and off-white. And they have a big brother, but their big brother is actually still pretty small because he's only 1.5 years old. So I'm going to try and photograph the kids together as well and create a beautiful family portrait with the parents as well. So I've set up my beanbag the way I usually do it. I'm just gonna get some wraps, some headbands, which look nice together. And then we're just gonna see how it goes. The twins got home from the hospital last week. They're already 4 weeks old right now, which is on the older side for newborns, for like a newborn session. But they were born premature, so they were born after 34 weeks of pregnancy. So I think today is a perfect day to photograph them. So let's continue setting up. So this is the backdrop for now. I have posing pillows, camera, lights here. We can maybe do like a setup here. Maybe we can do a setup there. I would love to do the dark wood and then like the photos with the sibling probably there. So here you can see some of the matching headbands. They're not identical, but they still like look nice together. And I think I'm gonna cut one wrap. Okay, so I have a piece of fabric here. I don't know where I got it. It's like super stretchy. And it's also really big because it's like a long wrap, but then it's super wide as well. It's actually too wide. So I'm gonna cut it in half, and then I have like an identical white wrap to use today during the newborn session. Because the wrap only has to be like this wide. I think it's about like 15 centimeters. So let's see if this goes well. Here you go. Perfect. So I got 2 wraps. Good to go. finished the newborn session with the twin girls. Later I changed to the off-white backdrop, and they were so beautiful. And after they had some milk, I got to post them on top of each other. So that was really exciting. And later on I wrapped them with a white wrap, placed them in a basket on the wood, and then later with the big brother sitting with the basket. He didn't want to lie on his back on the Flocati, but he's only 1.5 years old, and this was fine. And we did some family photos, so that was really good. The whole session lasted pretty much 2 hours, but by the time they left, it was like 2.5 hours, because they had to, of course, you know, change the girls again, change the little boy, and then gather all their stuff. Now I've set up for a cake smash session, because I have a cake smash. So the newborn area is looking nice again. And then we're just gonna walk over to the cake smash decor. The bathtub is ready, the cake is ready. It's looking very pretty. So yeah, photographing twins is quite difficult. I like to start very simple. Like, I'm not using an assistant. An assistant would have been great right now, because then that assistant could have filmed and maybe, you know, helped posing a little bit, or would like give some extra support when needed. Right now I have my camera on top, and the battery died, so I turned it on a few times and then we just film for a few seconds and turn off again. So I don't have that many like images to show, but what I usually do is that we start with one baby. So I usually ask the parents like which baby is the sleepiest and which baby needs the feeding first. Usually they're both sleepy, so the one that needs the feeding first, I'll start with that baby. And then I will just undress the baby on the beanbag. It's nice and warm. I have the baby shusher on, and I will start just, you know, laying maybe on the side, a pose like that, then laying on the belly, and if they're okay, I can post them on their hands, and then afterwards wrap them. And then that baby is, you know, probably ready for the feeding. So that's what happened this time. I posted one baby on the side and on the belly. I wanted to do the wrap with another backdrop, so I didn't do that one yet. And I didn't post on the hands because, I mean, she didn't really like it, so I didn't force it, of course. So then I took the next baby out of the car seat, or usually the parents is already holding the other baby, but they're still, you know, dressed. And then I will undress that second baby on the beanbag and do the individual photos of the second baby. So posing the baby on the side, on the belly, on the back. Then maybe the first baby is done with the feeding, and then we can feed the next baby, so there's no one on the beanbag for a few minutes, and then we can start with the photos together. You want the babies to be comfortable, to be happy, and to be safe. Know what you're doing. First, attend workshops, study photography, specialize in baby newborn photography by attending those kind of workshops. And maybe have an assistant, or see if you can assist with another photographer to learn certain poses. Don't just practice with babies, especially twins can be really challenging. So what's always safe is have the babies lie on their back, wrap them, and just place them next to each other. You can even insert the arms in the wrap so they cannot like scratch at each other or like poke in each other's eyes, or like, you know. I had their hands out a little bit because I like to see a little bit of hands, otherwise it's kind of like a jelly bean with a head and they don't have any arms. So I like to have their hands peeking out, but you know, the wrap is still covering their shoulders, so they're nice and cozy, they're warm, and they will not slap each other in the face. And then when they're like this tiny package wrapped comfortably, you can lie them on the beanbag next to each other, take photos of their faces together, their whole bodies together, and then you can just lift them up and place them like in a big bowl. Have like posing pillows, like the little beans underneath their heads, so they're supported. You can also like have little blankets rolled up underneath their heads on the side, so they're not touching the actual bowl, which is hard, you know, you don't want it to touch their head. So just place them next to each other. And these babies were actually really cute because they started holding hands. They would like you know, look for each other and, you know, have their faces towards each other, and I didn't really have to do that for them. Like sometimes you can post their arms together, like that one baby is like holding the other, or you can put the hand towards the ear, like as if they're like whispering something in the other one's ear. If they're super sleepy, great. If they're awake, when you wrap a baby awake, they're still happy, you can just lie them next to each other and then take a photo from the top. So that's what I did afterwards. I didn't do any difficult poses. I didn't do potato sack because I just don't really like it. Sometimes you can place both babies on their hands on the beanbag. Well, one baby for sure didn't want to be on the belly, like on the hands, so just skip that one. I don't really have like certain photos in my mind that we're gonna do. I just see what the baby likes and then I'll go from there, and I'll try to keep it very simple, very natural. Just, you know, I took some photos of their feet all together. Those kind of images you can take when you have a macro lens. You can take photos of their hands, their feet, their little noses, their eyelashes. And yeah, when I photograph twins, I always make sure that I have some individual photos of the babies as well, because twins share a lot, and it's sometimes nice to have individual photos as well. Here in this case, they're identical twins. One was a little bit bigger than the other one, so I could see the difference, but they painted one toenail of one baby, yeah, to make sure that we still knew who was who, and I took photos of both of the babies. Yeah, just as much pretty much. And then with the sibling, with twins, when a sibling is only 1.5 years old, what I did was I placed the twins together in a bowl, and he was just sitting right next to the bowl, looking at the twins, looking at me. I really wanted to take a photo on the flocati with the boy lying on his back and then both sisters on either side, but he really didn't want to lie down, so we skipped that one and we did a family photo where the mom was holding both her babies and the dad was holding the little boy. So I think they turned out really great, and I really hope they're happy with the photos and the girls will love them when they grow up. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe and leave a comment. I love to read your comments, and maybe you can see me in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.